Hello, everybody, and welcome to day one of the Arena Open. I'm going to be diving into some traditional sealed, trying to get 4 match wins before 0 losses. It's going to be a blast, and I hope you stick with me. If you do enjoy this sort of thing, check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. Not streaming currently, but you can catch all sorts of good action there. You can also hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Okie doke, so I'm going to be walking through my sealed build approach. Generally, what I like to do is sometimes I'll look at my rares first, or my multicolored cards, but we're just going to be kind of going through what we have here. And what I like to do on my first pass is sort through the cards that I'd be really happy to play. So like a card like Study Break, I'm pretty happy playing. Expel, Pilgrim of Ages, Combat Professor. As you can see, not a whole lot of white cards, but that's not too unfortunate. I mean, we'll have to see what gold cards we have. In the blue cards, we have Kelpie Guides and Snow Days, our card I'm pretty happy playing. In black, we have Mage Hunter's Onslaught, so it looks like white-black is not something we're going to end up in. This card's also fine. I try to just do the cards that I'm like actively happy playing. In red, Pillar Drop Warden's probably pretty solid. Pigment Storm. In green, Up Harvest, Veil, Arch is solid, Scurrid Colony solid. What you want with your 2-drops is for them to be relevant later on, and so this can learn, and this one can be 4/4, so Cultivate's pretty nice. Field Trip, nice. Looks like we got a lot of green cards. The hits just keep coming in green. Harmonize, yeah, we're almost definitely playing green. Just look at all these good green cards. Jeez Louise. Good concentration of cards into green. Ooh, Belladros. Nice to see you, Belladros. Hello. So that card's going to be in the deck, even if we just have to splash it. You'll love to see the old Belladros. There is a Radiant. Looking at the gold cards. Summoning, if we play black-green. Closing Statement could be a card we splash. Ruth is quite good. Culmination of Studies is not a great rare. Past Summoning's reasonable. There's some red-white cards. I do like Scroll Wielder, but might not be able to play it. Then we have a Quandrix Campus. Do we have a Environmental Sciences? We do not. So that makes splashing a little bit trickier, but by far from impossible. There's a Quandrix Apprentice. Quandrix Campus if we wanted to splash blue. I think white is the color we'd want to splash the most. Fractal Summoning is nice to have access to. This Biblioplex Assistant could do good work. So after a once-over of my cards, this card's probably just playable no matter what I do. Campus Guide could be useful if I really need to fix. Letter of Acceptance is nice. And then I don't think we really want to be going into blue necessarily. I think we just want to splash this like Closing Statement, maybe the Vanishing Verse. And then maybe play black-green. Let's build our black-green deck that splashes, and we'll see what that looks like. Ooh, no, we get to play Mage Hunter's Onslaught. What am I doing? Get back here. Get back here. We'll probably play Go Blank. Go Blank is pretty good in sealed, because they often have a lot of cards. We don't need Pillar Drop Warden, Pigment Storm, or Snow Day. So this is 20 cards. We have not factored in any splashes, and we're only like putting in currently like the premium cards that we're super interested in. If we were to splash a color, it looks like blue would get us access to Kelpie Guide, which isn't the best splash. Negate is a fine card as well. I think white is looking like a good splash. We would get access to Expel, which is quite nice. Maybe even play Study Break just to have more learn, because we only have, I guess this is 3 learn cards. And then we would gain access to, I don't think I really like the Implementer. I think I have enough 2-drops to not die. And it's like just very clunky and slow-ish. 2 Silver Quill Campuses also helps us splash white off of like a single plane, because then we'd have 2 white sources from this. We'd have the Cultivate to get a white source. We have Letter of Acceptance. And we might not even have to play Campus Guide, though we probably could. Would we like to splash multiple things is a question as well. Like if we're splashing white for something, would we also like to splash red for anything? We don't really have any good red cards per se to splash, but I will say that we have these cards that could help us splash red, and then we could like try to fit Radiant Scroll Wielder into the deck, which is kind of tough to... I mean, we have a lot of sorceries here, but I'm not sure how necessary that guy is. Splashing green for Quandrix Apprentice is not as good because you really want that on turn 2. And our other Quandrix cards are nothing too special. So yeah, let's just assume they were just splashing white. So we'll put Expel and Study Break in as like 2 white cards to splash. I don't love splashing Combat Professor. And then where is this? We could play Vanishing Verse and Closing Statement as another couple of good cards to splash. We put both of those in. And that also gives us access to some Scry lands, which I like having access to. I don't think Blood Researcher is super good in our deck. How much life gain do we have? Like, not a ton of life gain stuff. This thing is the only good card that really combos with it super well. Not really in the market for Servants. I don't love the Silver Quill Pledge Mage. Double black is hard to get early on sometimes. Warning is okay sometimes. But I think we're going to try to build something that looks similar to this. I'm not sure if we need Study Break. I think we might just want to stick with only splashing the removal spells. How many creatures do we have? 9 creatures, but we'll be fine, I think. And I think we can get away with 17 lands because Abundant Harvest can often find us a land. We have a Cultivate, 2 Field Trips, and a Letter of Acceptance. So we have a lot of mana sources to get us up to these more expensive cards. Beledros, Bookworm. We have a lot of good expensive cards. I like the Biblioplex Assistant has some good options to get back as well, like Leyline Invocation. Study Break is interesting, but I think we do want to make the splash as easy as possible. Campus Guide is a card that we could potentially leave on the sidelines because we do have Letter of Acceptance and Expel. I mean, not Expel, and Cultivate as splash enablers. That's 2, 3, 4, and then a Plains. So that's 5 sources. This is just a 6th source, but it's a very low impact card. I might try it. I don't think I have anything far superior to play. This card's pretty reasonable. Study Break is pretty nice. But I don't think it really fits in our deck as well because we don't really care about tapping things as much. We're not super aggressive. Well, I think we have a nice mix of cards. It's good to have access to a Fractal Summoning. Gives us another big body at the top end. Anyway, let's try seeing what this build looks like. So this is 23. We have a lot of green, a little bit of black, but a lot of it is like double colored black. Maybe we don't have to play. I guess we have Mage Hunter's Onslaught, Go Blank. Do we have any other cards that we really want to play? The black gets us access to Closing Statement, Mage Hunter's Onslaught, and Go Blank, and Beledros. We really do want to play Beledros, but we could just totally splash Beledros, and we could be like blue-green base. What would we gain access to then? We would gain access to the 2 Kelpie Guides. So that's 2 cards. We gain access to Negate, Snow Day. Do we have any blue-green cards that we really care about? This guy's okay. Like, I mean, he's pretty good. But then we're double splashing, so we can play Closing Statement. And the real card, we're getting access to a Quandrix Apprentice. Is Quandrix Apprentice better than some of these other cards? Kelpie Guide's also really nice. We have a lot of 3-drops. So there is a blue-green build maybe here that splashes white and black. But then Silver Quill Campus doesn't really fit nicely into the deck. Yeah, it's a little bit more ambitious, and all it really gains access to is Kelpie Guide and the Quandrix guy. So I think we're going to try building it like this. We have a very deep green pool. Good options into the lesson board. I think it's good. So this is mostly green, so let's look at basic lands. So we're going to add a nice artwork. Forest. We're going to have 1 plains. And then probably a few swamps as well. Okay, so with 14, 5, 3, we do have some double black. So I think we want mostly green. So we already have 2 lands, so we have 15 to use. Let's have 9 forests. That gives us a good amount of green. We don't have any double green, though, so I think that's... Oh, we have this guy's double green, but... And this is double green. I would like to get up to 10 if I could, but let's just see. So we have 11, 12, 13. We only want 1 plains. So this gives us 1, 6, 15, 17 lands, 9 green sources, 7 black sources, 3 white sources. Yeah, that should be pretty good, I think. Oh, we're also splashing Vanishing Verse. Yeah, that should be pretty good. It gets rid of things like Bookworm. Unfortunately, it doesn't get rid of big fractals or really any tokens. But there's a decent number of things it can get rid of. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good build. I'm certainly excited to see how it performs. Maybe we'll make adjustments, and the sideboarding is certainly going to be interesting. But yeah, that's going to do it for the build, and I'll see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the matches, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support me and my work over at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, and special thanks to those who support me at the credits level. It is thanks to Patreon support that I'm able to continue improving the quality of my videos and that I am able to produce as many videos as I do. As my way of saying thank you to patrons, there are a host of cool little rewards, noteworthily the reward that gives you access to my card-by-card grade spreadsheet for Strixhaven, and then there's also rewards like being put in the credits and even coaching for the higher tiers. Thank you so much to all of my patrons, and without further ado, let's get to the matches. Welcome to round 1. We will play first. Our deck has some ramp in it, so it's nice to get that going. And I'm not going to mulligan this hand. It's not great, though. Mulliganing is just quite bad. And we have 4 lands, and our deck is pretty mana hungry. We have a lot of good draws. Field Trip would be good, so we could get a nice little lesson from the board. A Cultivate would be fantastic. Saving Go Blank is generally pretty good, because you can start nabbing their more relevant spells the longer the game goes, so we might not even run that out on turn 3. Also, exiling their graveyard can be relevant. They look like they have a tough mulligan decision or something. Okay, we're going to lead with Forest. So Swamp Plains, Professor of Symbology. Okay, that's a good draw. Gets our white source into play. They are going a little bit more aggressive, it looks like. Brackish Trudge. Sure. So what we're going to do is we are going to Mage Hunter's Onslaught that, and then when we go blank, they will lose access to it. We just want to minimize our damage taken right now. Once we find a creature, we'll be able to Mage Duel this thing probably, or probably their flyer, hopefully. Okie doke. Zephyr Boots is good to know about. Oh, that's a perfect draw. That is an excellent draw. I'm just keeping track of all the cards I see. Perfect. This will really stump him. Gets rid of the Brackish Trudge. Next turn I can go for Mage Duel or Closing Statement. What did they discard? They discarded 2 plains. I don't think I want to block here because of my Mage Duel and my Closing Statement. Okay, so I can get rid of that, and then I can Mage Duel that. For a single planes, they could have God's Willing or something. Okay, they just have an Inkling Summoning in the main deck. I could also just try to go for the blowout with Closing Statement and kill both of their tokens with it. I think I'm going to do that. Sure. So I'm going to block there so they don't get to loot. Let's hope for the best here. They could have Lash and Malice, but they would have cast that long ago. At least I feel like they would have. Oh, huge, huge change in turn of events here. Oh, yeah. Game-changing play right there. This being a 3/3 is massive. Okie doke. We are going to fight that. Because then we can start attacking. Maybe not. You generally want to save removal as long as possible. I cannot use Vanishing Verse on that, and I do have Vanishing Verse for other things. And I do think attacking is nice. Especially because then I can turn the corner with this. I'm not sure about that Mage Duel play, whether that's correct. But 4 damage is not nothing. And then I have this to answer any other threats they might have. Certain threats. Okay. I could not have killed that anyway. Okay, so definitely in a little bit of a pickle here. This thing gaining me life is really key, though. Fortunately, Vanishing Verse does not take that down. Witherbloom Pledge Mage, good to know about. Whoa. They discarded Arrogant Poet? Oh, that is not a good sign. Is it just me, or does it seem like they have Expel? They have access to Expel, almost definitely. Okay, that's a big draw. That is a big draw. Do we want to do that before we decide whether to attack? Probably. Because this thing can trade with that if I hit 2 lands. Yeah, let's do this. That was a big set of draws right there. Get down our second tap land. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Sure. I do have access to a kill spell for the Zephyr Boot, so I'm probably going to get that next turn. I have the Containment Breach. It'll also get me a Pest. And this will be a 5/5 anyway. It's definitely razor close here. Sideboard. What is the card called? It is called... Containment Breach. Well, that's a bummer, but I have this thing to block it. They discarded Spirit Summoning. I think gaining 1 extra life could be useful. I think I'm going to wait. Because if I draw another learn card, that could be really nice. Oh, that's good. That can get me back. Closing statement. So I need to get Containment Breach. This is a 5/5 now. I think I might have lost. I need to keep the Scurrid Colony alive at all costs, essentially. Maybe gaining the extra life was not worth it with the Overgrown Tomb. I was hoping that I could draw a field trip, and then I could keep my Overgrown Tomb alive. Jeez Louise. Well, so far they haven't played a single card that dies to Vanishing Burst, really. I guess Brackish Trudge dies to it. Is it Silverquill Pledge Mage? Okay. But this thing can trade with that. And I can then closing statement that thing. Oh, that's a good draw. Well, I'm certainly going to do this. And this. Gonna get closing statement. No need to attack just yet. I am dead to removal spell on this turn. Suiciding in the pest token might not be a terrible idea. Not gonna lie. I kind of want to lose a pest token. Oh, Amer. So a needle pulling thread. So if I have this to block there, I can then jump there, or I could kill that thing, put a counter there. Well, it's certainly attacking time. And I can jump there, jump there. Zoomancy can't really attack. I guess it could, because then I kill this, put the counter there. But I really want to put the counter on the assistant. If they kill this and I gain a life, I'm really happy. So they know I have that. This game is so close. So I just died a any removal spell still, but they haven't had it the past 2 turns. Another Pledge Mage, okay. They're just playing Mage Tribal. Everything is a mage. And Vanishing Verse is looking very poor against their deck. Okay. So that's another flyer, right? I have 1, 2 things. If I can definitely scry, right? No, I do not have the mana to kill and scry. Let's think. So if I kill Pledge Mage, put a counter onto Zoomancy, I can then attack them with these 2. They'll have to block something. Which means they'll probably trade there. And otherwise I die to any non-creature spell, which they're bound to draw eventually. Or I can get a scry in. What do I have in my deck that might be helpful? Bookworm would be helpful. Belladros would be helpful. Expel would be helpful. Snakeskin Veil, not so helpful. I'm going to scry. It's close, though. Very close. I need to leave the options open to drawing Belladros. Okay. That's a good draw. I want to use as much green as possible, because I want to get Inkling Summoning now. If I can trade this for an Owl and Shield Mage, I'll be pretty happy. So I have block, 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 block. And on my end step, I do have to cast this closing statement so that I don't die to a removal spell now. I think. Should have attacked before I did all that, I guess. Nope, I got them through damage. So I'm going to kill a Pledge Mage, put a counter onto an Assistant. Looks like they might be missing a splash color or something. That's tough. But I did save myself from potential death because I wasn't going to be able to beat that card either. So Professor's Warning. And I do have great sideboard cards against them. I have 2 Tangle Traps, I believe. So I just have to dodge them drawing another spell here. Then they'll start having to chump. Oh. Well, that's bad news. Blade Historian, eh? Well, I'm not dead immediately, which is good news. But I will say that I have seen like 10 creatures from them, and Vanishing Verse does not kill any of them. Oh, so they're just accepting that they're dead on board if they don't have answers. So we'll do that. So we have to block everything or we're dead. But we get a couple of nice chumps in. We'll eat an Owlin Shield Mage, and then we have... Oh, gosh, it's so close. We're 1 point of damage off. They'll have to chump there. We'll be at 5. They'll have 1 Owlin Shield Mage. I don't think I can afford to scry even. What are the cards I'm hoping to draw? Expel, no. Snakeskin Veil would do it. Beladros would probably not do it. Would one of my learn cards do it? I don't think a learn card would. It would be Intro to Prophecy. I think I have to block like this. No, it's not. I have the win. Shoot. Holy shoot. I almost did that wrong. I almost botched that. Whew. I didn't have to block with the Scourge Colony. I was down to the wire there. Wow, I would have lost if I hadn't done that properly. Oh my gosh, Nikolai. Wow, I was like, Zoomancy only has 4 power. Oh my gosh, the pressure of the clock ticking down while I was checking my sideboard. Oh my gosh. That was unreal. Vanishing Verse has got to come out here. That gets your heart pumping right there. That gets the heart pumping. So what removal spells did I see? Vanishing Verse is good against specifically Brackish Trudge. But we didn't see a ton of life gain. We saw a little bit from the Pledge Mages. Do we have any cards that are particularly good against them? They don't have any really ETBs. I think we want Tangle Trap for sure. Tangle Trap seems great. Probably want both of them. We saw a lot of annoying flyers. And 2-mana removal spell for a flyer is quite good. Probably want the Archivist as well because they have so many flyers. So just everything that deals with flyers is probably good. I'm going to cut Campus Guide because most of their 2-drops are in the air. Or most of their cards go to the air. So it's not really a good defensive body, which makes it much less valuable of a card. And then I'm going to cut... I generally like all of my cards here. I guess I can cut 1 Biblioplex Assistant because it is kind of clunkier, and it's going to trade with one of their 2/1s almost every time. I know I said I wanted all my anti-air, but I am adding 2 of my kill spells for their flyer things. Wow, I had that game win. I'm so proud of. I'm so happy I found that line. Oh my gosh. Okay, on the draw, we need 1 land to be able to cast Letter, and then we're off to the races. Perfect. Whew. My heart was really pumping there. I just had to figure out which one was being blocked, which one wasn't. Okay. So what are they gonna name? They know a decent amount about my deck. Silverquill Silencer. They have a pretty ferocious deck. Ledge Mage, sure. So next turn I'm taking a pretty beefy hit. I think I want to cultivate so I can hit lands. What do I have on my sideboard? What are my good lessons that I could get here? Pest summoning would be decent. Yeah, I don't really need a lesson right now. Gonna put the forest into play. Should have gotten another forest, honestly. This can trade with that thing at the very least. I think I messed this up by not getting another forest. Okay, yeah, that's not good. Yeah. I definitely messed this up. If I could have had another forest to keep this alive, I think I might have had a chance. But honestly, I think I was dead anyway. Okay. Game 3. Maybe I do just want another 2-drop. Big play could be okay. What do they kill that with? They have Eliminate. Good to know about. Big play is interesting. But I think Tangle Trap's just better. Because it doesn't expose me to stuff as much. Yeah. I think we're going to run it like this. Being on the play is going to be pretty big here. Okay. It's a keeper. Tangle Trap could do good work here. Belladros is huge. Doesn't die to eliminate, and that's the only removal we've seen from them. Well, Tangle Trap's going to be interesting, because I can use it to kill the creature after they've equipped, so they'll spend a bunch of mana into it, and then it'll die anyway. So we've seen Zephyr Boots. We've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cards of their potential 23. So I'm assuming that most of the stuff that we have been faced with so far is stuff that we've seen. So we haven't really seen any removal. We're definitely going to want to ramp here. Let's get 2 swamps. Next turn we can Tangle Trap and Expel. Oh, another Tangle Trap is beautiful. We'll Expel the Pledge Mage probably. Let's see how it auto-taps him on this. Just want to spend our mana. And we will use Tangle Trap to kill the Inkling Summoning. Because we have a backup one to kill Zephyr Boots if we need to. We just want to spend our mana, as I was saying. Brackish Trudge, okay. Oh gosh. Brackish Trudge is annoying. I wonder if they'll give it flying. Please give it flying, buddy. Yes! Thank heavens. If they have Professor's Warning, which they might have, we can use our second Tangle Trap. Yes! Arrogant Poet, sure. This is where we just jam Belladros and pray. We haven't seen anything that kills Belladros so far. Haven't seen any combat tricks. Yes, that's probably a good sign. Oh, they can't kill it. Oh, we are in heaven. We'll scry after this turn. We're gonna kill their thingamabobber. We're gonna get containment. Oh, taking over with pests, hopefully. Yep. So we can kill that. We're not going to scry again. Again, there's a lot of big cards we could draw. Oh, that's a nice one. We're going to attack with 3 of them. Actually, we'll attack with all 4. Put the max pressure on them. We already, if they attack with 2 of these, we can't block both of them anyway. And we get to scry here. I am worried about Blade Historian. Because they can't currently cast that, and that's a card that could beat us. I'm going to keep this on top because of that. And it also gets rid of the Brackish Trudge. I'm really worried about Blade Historian. Okay, eliminate. Okay. Do I want to kill one of these flyers? Okay. So if I kill a flyer, if they top deck Blade Historian, they can't cast it. Okay, I don't need to kill a flyer. That's the deciding factor there. If they could cast Blade Historian, killing a flyer means I don't die because I could block, take 4, 8, 12, and I would die. But now they can't stop me no matter what. And if they do pay the life for the poets, then I can block at will. We've currently seen Professor's Warning as the only combat trick. Boom! Get the win. Let's go. That was an insane match. I almost botched it in game 1, but I found the right line. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was close. Oh my goodness. I will see you folks in round 2. I wonder if Vanishing Verse is just not good, but I feel like there's enough monocolored threats. Like, I'm looking at my deck and thinking about like whether or not Vanishing Verse would be good. And like Vanishing Verse is still really nice killing like a Bookworm or like a Zoomancy Professor. But like overall, there are a lot of cards that it doesn't kill, so maybe I don't want Vanishing Verse. What would I rather play though? Like, it's hard to say. That was such a close match. Maybe Vanishing Verse is just bad though. Like, Combat Professor even could be better. Professor's Warning. I think I'm going to keep it in for now, though. There's just a lot of problematic cards. Like, it just kills a lot of these things. It doesn't kill the tokens, but there's a lot of monocolored cards that it can kill. Or at least a decent number. Anyway, let's get back into the queue here. Want to know, I already locked up 1,000 gems. Feels good. Holy heck, that was a close one. Oh my gosh. Knife's edge gameplay right there. That Blade Historian making them attack all was wild. Oh, that first game was so close. Round 2. Okay, we will play first. We've won the die roll again, which is lucky. We have Belladros and Field Trip to ramp it. Perfect. Beautiful hand. Actually, we don't have a forest, but I think we still keep this. We have 9 forests in the deck. And also we have Campus Guide and the 3 mana one. So we have like 11 outs here. Okay, so Quandrix Campus. We're going to save the Go Blank for a little bit. We'll let them get rid of some of their cards in hand. So they're playing a lot of colors. We could just play the assistant. I think we'll do that. Start chipping in for 2 a turn. No, we're not going to block. It just gets so wrecked by a Zoomancy Professor. Okie doke. Pretty straightforward. Zap that guy. Attack. So they're playing every color, looks like. No, they're playing Teamer. 3 color. We're also 3 color. Little do they know. Oh, Cram Session. Spectacle Mage. Nice, nice. Oh, no. Well, they can cast that next turn if they hit a land. I really want to get another forest here. So I can maybe jam Belladros next turn. I can kill Campus Guide and get a Pest. That's a nice little bit of value. Could also play Inkling Summoning. Kind of like Inkling Summoning too. Yeah, I'm worried about flyers more, I think. I'll make this trade. Oh, they hit the land. That could be problematic. Land me. Let's go. I'm not going to pay 10 life, obviously. So if they don't have a removal spell, which is unlikely because they could very easily have a removal spell, then we are in good shape here. We chump this for a turn. They can't attack with anything else. And then we stabilize with Zoomancy and Summoning. Or Zoomancy and Go Blank, preferably. So this is just where you cross your fingers, hold your breath, jump 3 times in a circle, and say Bob's your uncle. Oh no! No! They have a bounce spell. Oh no. That's a bummer. So we take 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jump block there. Go to 3. Is that still a winning line? Next turn we block there and there. We lose on board. Or we go Zoomancy plus Summoning, and we're no longer dead. So I think that's better. Because then we trade there and there. Alright, then chump there. Trade there. Oh, so we are dead. Bummer that they have that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Yikes. That is an ouch. Oh no, we go to 1. We go to 1. We go to 1. So they have access to divide by 0. Oh. Oh, we were close. We can't cast it. They have start from scratch. And mascot. So in this situation, instead of conceding, we definitely want to look at what's in their hand. Good to know about. So they have Quandrix Command. That is really good to know about. We can't win this game, but we can get more info. Quandrix Command can be devastating, and they have Practical Research. And then we will scoop it up. Okay. So, Vanishing Verse can take out Zoomancy Professor. Oh, this is the spot where I really want to have... I really wish I had access to Negate. So maybe I'm supposed to sideboard into some blue somehow. I don't know how I'm going to make that happen, though. It's just so tough. I like Cogwork Archivist in this matchup as well. I'd probably like it over the Assistant, just because Archivist can blank an entire mascot if they don't have removal. But it does die to start from scratch, so that's probably really bad. Biblioplex Assistant is probably bad for similar reasons. Just thinking about what they have. They have Spectacle Mage. They have... Maybe I would like one of those. I don't know. That's tough. Biblioplex gets kind of wrecked by start from scratch. Kind of a lot of cards, too. Okay, we have a Keeper. This being able to get a land is quite nice. Having all our colors earlier on is nice, though. Okay. Just going to go for it. Keep the pressure up. They could have divide by 0 here. Maybe that's our game plan, is to get a little bit lower key. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Wow, completely decimated. Oh, I should have gained a life. Missed out on 1 point of life gain. That's kind of savage. Quandrix Apprentice. Oh my gosh. Well, this is not looking quite very good. Okie doke. Do I care more about 2 damage or getting Overgrown Arch? I think I care more about 3 damage. They also have Abundant Harvest. I don't want them to be able to get their mana developed. Now it's a 4/3. I'm going to keep waiting on this. I think it'll only get better. Okay, they had a mountain. That's unfortunate. Okay. They now have... Okay. So they have Cogwork Archivist. Cultivate. Prismari Pledge Mage. I'll play a 6/6. And the next turn I can kill that and swing for lethal. With my Containment Breach. Bummer. Fractal Summoning, maybe? Oh, Inkling Summoning could be good. No, yeah, Inkling Summoning to get blanked by that. Big Fractal Summoning could be good, though. I'm just going to Scry, because Scry is almost as good as a card draw in this spot, and then I can crack this the next turn. Okay. They have a bunch of 4/4s on the ground. So I pay 3 to guarantee drawing a spell. That doesn't seem particularly good. Now that has potential. Killing the Archivist. Attack for 4. I can trade my Arch for Archivist. Does open up some angles of attack, but I'm getting to scry every turn, so I think I'm winning in this holding pattern. Oh, I should write down that they have Elemental Masterpiece. And Wandering Archaic. I suspect that they have a blank in hand. Here I'm gaining a life every turn. I have an extra card when I need it. Field Trip is perfect. Because that gives me the chance that I need to... I will have to pay the extra 2. But I do want to get my Containment Breach. And then next turn I can kill this. I don't want them to get a copy of that. And if they do attack me, I can expel and none of my creatures will be tapped, so they won't get to copy it. Nope. Fine trade. 4-3 for 4-4. Divide by 0 was an annoying one for them to have. Oh, that's a bummer. They're coming in hot down the stretch here. Definitely still winnable, though. Environmental Sciences does not do much, unless they're splashing a 3rd color. Which maybe they are, who knows? Maybe they just want the life gain, maybe they don't have any more lessons. Nope, they just wanted the life. And they wanted to shuffle in their cards, I guess. Yes! I was just about to ask for Belladros. You love to see it. Nice little flyer. And I know they don't have any removal right now. When they tap this, I can expel it, which is good. That's a card. Certainly not going to suicide into that, but I can expel it with the 2 mana backup. Actually, I don't even need to pay the 2 mana. Rutha is a problem. I'm terrified of Rutha. That's a card right there. Okay. Well, it's time. Jeez. I really want to use this expel on the Archivist, because they're definitely going to shuffle in Mascot Exhibition if they can. So I guess I can wait one more turn. I'm going to kill Rutha. Just hope they don't have anything. Thank goodness. None of my creatures are tapped, buddy. If they have Snow Day, I'm going to cry. I just like holding up Overgrown Arch activation. What do I have access to in the sideboard that would be good here? Oh, I have Inkling Summoning. Duh, that'll be really good. Or Intro to Prophecy. That's another good one. I'm going to want the second one, I think. Three, four, five, six, seven. So I can gain 2 life, sack it, and pay and make an Inkling Summoning token. I'm just going to end the turn for now. In case anything really matters. So they have a Rutha. Oh, bummer. Conspiracy Theorist. And they have Pigment Storm. All of this is going to be really useful in game 3. I don't need to pay because there is no other flyer. Not necessary. There's the Skipper. Sure. Let's see if they take it. I'm going to get my flyer out. I can get Bookworm back in a couple turns. Just do this. Yikes. Luck with everything. It's mostly because I don't want to get wrecked by Enthusiastic Study. Four, five, six. Yep. I just need to have enough big creatures that I'm not going to get killed by their stuff. And also, if I ever draw Mage Hunter's Onslaught, I just win, so that's really nice. Sure, I'll cast this. Because as soon as I draw Mage Hunter's Onslaught, I just win the game. Gosh, no. What do they get? Oh, do they not have anything to get? They must have something. Oh, they have start from scratch. Oh, the pain. I have 6, 7, 8 creatures in play. It's going to be tough to get to 11. Gotta be said. Yep. Oh, it's so painful. They have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blockers. What did I do that for? I did not realize that they were going to make a 4/4 out of it. Oops. Well, that's horrible. I just didn't see the little thing. Where was the little... Is there an indication on any of the creatures? Oh, no. There's no indication. You just have to, like, literally catch that, like, one thing that they... Yeah. That's so dumb. I'm so disappointed in that. Okay, so my 4 cards are, like, Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Vanishing Burst can kill this thing. Well, I botched it a little bit. Hibachi style. So 7, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I can make it 12, 12. Stop on upkeep to put this thing into my deck. And scry once. So I have 7, 8. Perfect. So now I have 7, 8, 9, 10 creatures. That's actually okay for me. I'm fine trading my 10/10 for a few of their 4/4s. Gosh, them having an extra 4/4 is really bad for me. So I have Mage Hunter's Duel as one of those last two cards. Just take the 4, buddy. Wow. That's huge. And they're taking 4. And the next turn I just draw my Mage Hunter's Duel and win. Just need to not have them not have a counter spell. They needed to bounce their own creature so that this trigger wouldn't resolve. Okay, so I've seen 1, 2. They also have Pest. I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 of their cards, I think. Am I forgetting any that I saw? Saw Divide, saw Pigment Storm, saw Rutha. Oh, they also have in Sciences. Did they have multiple cram sessions? 1 cram session, 2 cram sessions, yep. Overgrown. So I know basically every card in their deck. Okay, return to sideboard. What's good against them? Honestly, Negate is absurd against them. Is there any way I can fit Negate into my deck? Oh, God. They have... How many flyers? Spectacle Mage... Oh, I don't think I can afford to play Cog Worker. He just gets so decimated by their pinger effect. But this thing's probably okay because of the value it provides me. Oh, I just don't have the... In a minute, I don't think I can build a functional mana base that I couldn't figure out in a good day beforehand. Oh, gosh. Do I want the Implements or do I want Big Play? They have Divide by 0, but that's really it in terms of wrecking Big Play. They are weak on removal spells. Anything else that I want to splash? Professor's Warning. They have a couple bounce spells. Yeah, I'm just going to run it back. The fact that they have Quandrix Command and Big Play and Divide by 0 makes that much tougher. Okay. Snakeskin Veil, Belladros. That's the dream. Okay, in this hand, on the draw, we cannot keep. We don't have a green source. If one of these was green, we could keep. Okay, this is good. I'm going to ditch the... We have ways to search our deck, right? Yeah, Campus Guide can shuffle our deck. Cultivate can shuffle our deck, and Field Trips, so I can afford to put back the Bookworm. Looks like they're going to have all their colors this game. It's going to be a real grudge match. This thing on turn 2 could be tough. They have some 2-drops to play. They get a decent amount of value. Okay. Conspiracy Theorist down. This has been some epic Magic, though. High stakes, close games, grindy as all get out. Using every last card in our deck, every resource. Okay, they have a Negate. Well, that's good to know about. They don't have a blue source, though. I've seen 21 of their cards. Big draw. Let's go. Swamp. Swamp. If they miss land for one more turn, I think we're just going to be able to get them. So what do they have that can kill my Belladros? Oh, they hit a forest. Nice. So they don't have island still. What do they have that can kill Belladros? They didn't attack. Why wouldn't they attack? They don't want to discard something. So what could they have? Okay. They're discarding that for treasure. I get to scry this turn, which is nice. Make sure I don't draw a land. Oh, they exiled it. And then they hit their island. So I don't have to deal with that. That's huge. Archivist. Thank goodness. Okay, sure. Closing statement is fantastic. I'm going to keep the closing statement around, I think. I could zap that thing. They have Pigment Storm mana up at this point. The only card that kills my guy is Pigment Storm that I've seen from their entire deck. This thing's going to be a problem in a couple turns. I hope they don't have Pigment Storm. Leyland Invocation. I'm glad I saved this thing. Well, now I've got to wait a turn because I just win the game. Belladros plus Snakeskin Veil is GG, I think. It's the best combo in my deck. They only have Pigment Storm that can deal with it that we've seen, at least. Oh, they're going for Pigment Storm now. Well, that's huge for me. Now I have Belladros with my Snakeskin Veil backup. And they've played Pigment Storm already, and that's their only answer that I've seen in their entire deck. And they have one unknown card. They could have the Quandrix thing. But then I get to Snakeskin Veil to blow it out. Oh gosh. wild. Sure. I knew they had the Quandrix thing. Boom! They did have a second Pigment Storm. I'm glad I was so careful. And we've got through both of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I've seen 22 of their 23 cards, I believe. And 2 Pigment Storms are the only card that can deal with this. Okay, we will scry on upkeep, actually. Not super useful right now. Looking for Mage Hunter's Onslaught. Or that. Soon I'll just be able to start alpha striking every turn. They need a learn card to get their mascot exhibition. Zoomancy is kind of scary, but it's not mascot exhibition. So I'm just dodging bullets here. Wow, they attacking? Oh, they must have cram session into potential no, that wouldn't work. What do they have? What do they have? I've seen so many of their cards. They might have sided into big play or something. Big draw. Let's go. See if we can hit our Mage Hunter's Onslaught. So they have something, so they can use this thing to get a 4/4 out of their 1/1. Yeah. Okay. I'm really confused by that. I have 5 minutes on the clock, so I just have to make sure I win the game in that time. I don't know why they didn't bury and books that thing. They have 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. I'm getting into alpha strike range, or 2-turn strike range. Wow, this is huge. Okay. Well, easy decision killing Cogwork and Elemental Expressionist. They're just chumping. And Burying Books is the last card that I hadn't seen. I can't believe they didn't Burying Books the massive token. But I've killed them. 13. They block 6 of them, take 7. So I have 15 pests and an 11-11 and a 2-1. If it doesn't let me select a card, I'm going to be pissed. They have priority, it looks like. Ah, Tangle Trap, so they can kill Beladros. Yep. I should have killed this one when I was doing the blocking. I didn't order it properly. So they have to chump this. They go to 1. Think we got him. Even cram session into something, yeah. Yes! Oh my gosh, what a match. I was trying to say victory or win. Oh my gosh. That was incredible. Took every ounce, every strength card we had. We almost decked ourselves in game 2. Every second of clock. But we got the match win. That is awesome. Beladros plus Snakeskin Veil was such a key combo there. We drew the Snakeskin Veil. We were like, yep, we can wait a turn. Turned out that they had the Pigment Storm. And then we also were careful because we didn't let our Beladros get messed up by Quandrix Command. We saved our Snakeskin Veil but for that, and they drew a second Pigment Storm that we didn't even know about. Wow. That was one of their few multiples. They had 2 Cram Sessions and 2 Pigment Storms. I've got their entire deck list written in front of me. Assuming they had 23 spells. But yeah, 23. That's unreal. What a sweet victory. Oh my goodness. Please, servers, don't crash on me now. Don't crash on me now. Wowza. Absolutely savage. I'll see you folks next round. Welcome back. It did actually make sure it loaded properly, so everything's all good. Heading into round 3. Whew, we win the die roll again, 3 in a row. Pretty nice. The die roll has been pretty key in some of these situations, and we will be able to keep this. Campus Guide clutches us a swamp, and then we can cultivate for the rest of the lands we need. So pretty good. I am ready for round 3. Yeah, we do want to get a swamp, I think, so we can cast double black spells if we draw them. Just looking at the deck list for a second. And I am recording. Perfect. So, Witherbloom Campus. Take action. Oh, what a surprise. I drew a swamp. How fortuitous. I'm going to get 2 forests here. How fortuitous. So far, we have not seen any of their actual cards. Single swamp. Field trip. Pest. Good to know about. Okay, so this turn I can... I'm not going to want to kill anything they play. The next turn, assuming they play this. So first I attack. I think I'm going to harvest in case I hit something I care about. Non-land. Perfect. They know about Snakeskin Veil. Not ideal. That's probably the worst card in my entire deck to hit, but, you know, I'll get some value out of it. I can just draw Beladros and keep him protected, though them knowing about it is obviously much worse. I did this first because if I did draw a field trip or something, it can have a big impact. Okay, so I can potentially try to... Okay, we've seen 3 more cards this turn. Quandrix Pledge. I Twitch. And Abundant Harvest. Pass to attackers. My turn. Perfect. My plan was to try and expel that thing, but I'm much happier being able to get a nice clean little value play there. And then I can always Biblioplex back the closing statement if I need it. A 3/2 is actually a relevant body. It matches it better against the pest summoning. So I think that's worth it. Necrotic Fumes, sure. I have a Snakeskin Veil that blows that thing out of the water. High Twitch. So we've seen some other cards. They also have Cultivate. Good to know. This is where we'll see if they're splashing, maybe. Necrotic Fumes. Yep, they are. Splashing blue. If they double block, I will trade my Snakeskin Veil for it. Snakeskin Veil is not going to get much better. I'm essentially playing Snakeskin Veil as a 4/3. It's like a 1-mana 4/3, which is a reasonable body. Let's get back Closing Statement. I think that's a good card to get back. Then I can draw a card if I want to, which I probably do, though I'd rather maybe Scry. We'll have to see what they play. We have a good board state, good presence here. Moldering Karok, sure. I think this is worth it. Gets me another threat. And, yeah. Killing this thing, it would have traded with the Campus Guide. I'm not being as conservative as I could be with some of my removal spells, but I think this is fine. Because now if they don't have a creature, which they haven't had stuff before... Oh, gosh. Uh-oh. Punished a little bit. Okay, never punished. I'm the greatest. I can harmonize into that. I must say that that was pretty lucky. Okay, let's start writing down some of these cards that we've been seeing. So we know that they have Moldering Karok. Beladros Witherbloom is a key one. They have a Letter of Acceptance. The old Needlethorn. Perfect. Well, we are going to attack with both. Keep the pressure up. They didn't want to save that for the fumes, eh? I'm just going to play this safer, not expose any of my key threats, and just get a Inkling Summoning. Because I really don't want to have them kill one of these two guys, because it exiles. So if they do have like a board sweeper or something, I just follow it up with a dragon. They can't fumes it right away. They put it on the top. Okay, that's good to know about. Because they're only going to scry really good cards to the top in this spot. Oh, that is good to know about. Oh my gosh. That is terrifying. Again, we don't want to expose too many of our good cards. Get up forest. Fractal summoning. That is pretty bad. Oh, gosh. Well, at least we have this expel for that. Eight, 9, 10. Definitely doing that. They'll necrotic fumes it. I then expel their bookworm after it attacks me, and follow it up with a Beledros Witherbloom, or Beledros Witherbloom, because I can't cast my own bookworm right now. Ooh, Quandrix Apprentice, sure. Mage Duel. This is not good. They're gonna fumes it up? They are. Everything is going as I foresaw. Oh, and they sacrificed that one. Oh my gosh. I can play Bookworm next turn, I think, and have it be similarly effective, but I want to get as many tokens as I can while I know they're empty-handed. I know they're just drawing blanks. Wow, I can't believe they got rid of the Drake. Lands don't do anything right now. Bottom. And also this is a flyer, so it can hit them and pressure them, so this will be lethal. It's also still going to be a 2-turn clock, essentially. And willing ingredient, sure. Getting game 1 is always huge, especially for morale. Not going to scry, obviously, because I have a big play to make. Let's see where they're scrying. Probably to the bottom. They need a big card here. Deadly Vanity is so brutal. That card is a nightmare. Bottom, yep. Okay. Bottom. They need 2 removal spells here. Beautiful. So, we need a save removal for Beledros. I'm certainly going to bring in at least one of my anti-flyer cards, because it can also double as a killing of Letter of Acceptance. They have Belladros. They have Eye Twitch. Do they have any monocolored cards that I really want to exile? Eye Twitch is fine to exile, but honestly, we haven't seen anything huge, really scary. So Vanishing Verse probably comes out for this Tangle Trap, I would probably guess. How much instant speed removal did I see? Oh, they also have Bookworm. Never mind. Vanishing Verse definitely staying in. What am I saying? Where are you? There you are. I'm glad I double-checked that one. I was like, wow, I seem to remember it being pretty good draw card there. Tangle Trap seems like it could be really good. Go Blank seems like it has potential. I'm probably just going to cut a Biblioplex Assistant because that's one of my weaker cards in just terms of raw power level. And they have Eye Twitch, which trades very favorably with it. And then we'll just bring in an extra answer to their Belladros. We do have some removal spells, so we don't have to go overboard. Oh, man. This is not a matchup for Professor's Warning because they have Necrotic, which exiles. Oh, gosh, I don't really care about which lands I've seen necessarily. They have a couple campuses. I've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 of their cards, so a decent number. Key cards to keep in mind that we saw at game 1 were Belladros, Witherbloom, and Bookworm. I almost didn't write down Bookworm. How did I not write down Bookworm? Bookworm was really scary. Deadly Vanity is also key. It's Deadly Vanity, Belladros, and Bookworm are the 3 cards I really care about. The part of the reason I wanted the 2-mana exile spell is because it's so good against Bookworm. Sure, they get to draw a card and gain 3, but getting rid of it permanently for only 2 mana is huge. So, yeah, Mage Duel is also good to know about. Can potentially blow that out. We're going to be on the draw this game, I assume. On the draw, I presume. Excellent. Vanishing Verse in hand. Belladros in hand. Oh, they put us on the play. That seems incorrect to me, but I guess we'll find out. I'm going to name non-land here. Perfect. I think I can get it back and name land later. I also have a lot of cool cards I could draw. Like more lands. Unwilling Ingredient. I don't really want to Vanishing Verse it. Oh, they missed a land drop. Well, that's good to know about. I'm going to attack. Sure, they might be able to like exile it next turn and draw a card. But I'm going to be dealing damage to them. I'll put that back on top. It's better than drawing a random card because I really want to draw non-lands. Okay, they hit their land drop. They can cast this. They could cast a Cultivate or something. Spring Main Servant. Okay, so we're going to cast this first. Name non-land. Sure. We'll keep him on the back foot. This thing's going to be a 4/4 later, so it has good value over the course of the game. And also, they might not have anything to do. Harvest for a land. Makes sense. It comes in tapped, so this is just like a big damage play. So like, that play got in through 3. It's going to get through at least 2 more. Oh, that's huge. So like, just absolutely massive. This thing's going to be hitting for 4 next turn. We get to jam Belladros. Sure, Karok. It doesn't match up particularly well against Mage Duel, but if they Mage Duel it, we could still be okay. I don't know. If they don't have Mage Duel, that was the only card we saw that really punishes this play. They do have Mage Duel. Interesting. Sure. I'm not going to pay 10 life to scry one. It's not a good exchange. So they've used Mage Duel. Whew, good draw. I think I want to get a Inkling summoning. I'm really worried about them playing Beladros, but I think Inkling's the best bet here. Oh, they have a trick, don't they? Oh, that's so brutal. Oh, subtraction? That's fine. That is fine. I'm going to scry on upkeep this time. Okay. So, not the best spot, not the worst spot. We have a decent sized board. Maybe I was playing a little too aggro with my removal and stuff. But you have to try to pounce on them when they're stuck on mana generally, or it's going to end badly. And they did happen to have the Mage Duel, which was really one of the only cards that punished me. Okay. Arcane Subtraction is good to know about. No blocks. This thing's been really irritating. That is a good card. Yeah, we'll keep that. I know that they have all spells in hand. Whirlwind Denial. Beladros. Ouch. Belladrouch. Oh, they have multiple Mage Duels. That is good to know about. So I take, otherwise I take 9. Oh no. Uh-oh. This vanishing verse is not looking good. This could end badly. That's a good draw. Because it gets me access to my big guy next turn. Them scrying a couple times is not good for me, but what can you do? I get to go block and then end step sacrifice. Get a massive fractal. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So a 9, 9. Oh, I'm so... Never mind, I'm not dead at all. Eight, 9, 10, 11. So I get to make a 9, 9. And big draw. Kidoke. I was really hoping to hit a spell there. And now I get a good scrying pattern here. I do have Harmonize in the deck, so I do want to keep lands in play. Don't put it on top! No! Tough scry choice, it looks like. This game is flipped quickly. They kept it on top. Okay. Fair. Okay. Sure. Probably trying to determine whether a land would have been better. I mean, whether a shot at removal would have been better. Okay, that's good. So I go block, block, block. I like having access to removal in case they drop Belladros. They have a Bayou Groff, that's good to know about. Sure, I'll take Field Trip. I may have all my forests already. Nope, last one. Looking for Bookworm mostly. I'll put Snakeskin Veil up because I actually can cast that this turn. Next turn I'll draw Harmonize. I think I can grind through this. Okay, they have Necrotic, so they're probably going to go for Necrotic here. To kill my 9/9 so they can start attacking. They got to, right? What else are they going to get? Pest Summoning? They already got Pest Summoning. Snakeskin Veil so clutch. What other removal spells do I have that can kill Beladros? Oh, I still have my anti-flyer card. Oh, sure. Booyah. Oh, that's huge. Next turn I can Mage Hunter's Onslaught. I know they have Necrotic in their deck, though. Just to make things tough for them. They're just going to chump. That would make no sense as an attack. And I can hold up Tangle Trap. I'll hold it for Beladros. I know it's in their deck. I'm actually kind of terrified of the card that destroys all creatures. That would be really bad for me. But I think committing to the board is still nice because then I can force some chump blocks maybe. And I have this Bookworm to keep getting back and back and back. They're going to draw it eventually, though. I think I need to make a big attack this turn. They're just digging for it. Ugh. I can cast anything I draw, so I'm just going to scry. Big draw, nothing. Oh. Not going to add anything else to the board. They have Necrotic, I think. Yep. They also have Deadly Vanity, which terrifies me. And their deck is not that big. And they're scrying a lot, so they're probably going to draw it coming up here. The thing is if they Deadly Vanity, they can't... They have to necrotic my Bookworm first. It's so close. I think they have it at this point. They have to. Or maybe they don't have to, but it would have to be one of their bottom 10. I guess I can hope. A guy can dream. I'm going to attack him with everything again this turn. Maybe I shouldn't have played this extra fractal. It wasn't necessary, probably. So I think I have 1 land left in the deck, 2 lands left. But I only have 5 cards, so it's going to be hard to win if they cast their board sweeper. Let's just go for it. Woo! Looks like we got the job done in round 3. Ooh, that was looking dicey for a bit, but they just flooded out, never drew their Deadly Vanity. Game 1 was super close. That one was, like, dicey for a while. It was like I was way ahead, then they were way ahead, and then I battled back. Harmonized so good. Got the win. 2-0 that round. And we just have 1 round to go. Round 4 coming up. Oh my gosh. Gotta be said, I'm not sure whether or not the black-white gold card is worth playing. I'm also going to go out on a limb and say Tangle Trap has been very good in all these games, pretty much. There always seems to be a big flyer or something, though that was just because they had Belladros and we wanted another answer rather than anything else. Looks like the server's going to be slow again, so I'll stop the recording now and I'll see you in the final round. Welcome to the final round. We have lost the die roll this time, but we won 3 in a row before that, so I'm feeling all right. And our deck is fine on the draw anyway. We have some early defensive plays, a couple 2-drops by that, and a lot of the games are relatively slow, so we'll just have to hope for the best here. Hope they're not on some random aggro deck, but if they are, we'll just have to do our best. Exciting stuff. Oh, beautiful hand. Love to see it. Every hand with Belladros is a good one. Ooh, and they're mulliganing. Nice! Oh, a mulligan, you say? A mulligan? Ooh, I say, a mulligan. And Expel is good against aggro or control alike. Because they're probably going to be on the front foot. And they're on the play, and they're mulliganing, and we have Belladros, so. It's a red deck. Okay. I'm going to start by getting my tap land into play. I can Abundant Harvest on turn 2 if I want to. Historian. Let's name non-land, and we get a campus guide. That can trade with Historian. Maybe I was supposed to do this on turn 1. I would have done so. I'm going to decline and play a swamp. We have so many lands. It's all about survival right now. We'll trade with the Historian, block Pilgrim of Ages. I'm going to expel this because it gets really annoying in the late game. The only non-land we've drawn is from our Abundant Harvest. Okay.
Oh, gosh. We would love to draw a good creature here. Give me a scurrid colony to free my soul.
I wanna get lost and draw a spell and drift away. This is the only spell we've drawn. They didn't use their Historian, which is big for us. Game changing, honestly. They must be afraid of a board sweeper or something. I don't know. Can't afford it. Need to draw a creature here. Just give me a break. Ah. Honestly, would have been pretty, yeah. They're going for the Historian now. I'm sure of it. I am sure. We just have to hope they don't have removal spell. Which, maybe they don't, but given the fact that they haven't played a creature for 2 turns, probably means they have all removal spells. Whoa. Again with the waiting is really bizarre. What do they think we have? I'll keep that on top. We only get wrecked by... I guess we get wrecked by Heated Debate or Pigment Storm or really anything. I don't really know what is going on. So they don't have Heated Debate. Yeah, definitely a bummer on drawing. I think Snakeskin Veil, if we'd drawn that like 2 turns ago, I mean, even if we had, we can't hold up Beladros. Okay, do they have a combat trick as well? Oh, they're scrying. They just keep reading Beladros. Black, sure. Oh, they scry to the bottom. It's on main phase? Oh, well played, well played. Oh, nice. So I go to 1. Ah, that's a bummer. Now I can see why they didn't play anything, but okay. View battlefield. So we now know they have God's Willing. Make your mark. Sudden breakthrough. Shock. Combat Professor. That was just a bit of a fluky game where I didn't draw any spells the entire time until the very end. What's good against them? I could bring in a Leech Fanatic. That's the sort of 2-drop that's really irritating for that kind of aggro deck. I think I'm just going to do that. Cut a Biblioplex Assistant for a Leech Fanatic. Helps me get on the ground earlier. Good hand, actually. Campus Guide clutching it, as usual. That was a really unfortunate that last one. Oh. If I had been able to... Honestly, if I had kept the go blank, I would have been able to stop that, I think. But I thought that they were just going to bring their guy back, and I was going to be under too much pressure that I needed to find a creature. Thunderous Orator. Sure. Hmm. Gonna get a flyer. Orator. That's an easy block. This thing could get out of control. If I draw a land, I can get Beladros down. We have not yet seen removal spell for Beladros.
So, land could be good. Looks like they might be playing a slower deck than they were when they were on the play.
No, I guess they're still red-white. They're just splashing blue. I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking that they were a black-white deck. Okay. That's unfortunate. I think I'm still going to name non-land here. We'll hit him for 4. Stormkiln Artist. Stormkiln Artist. So now if we draw a land or a spell, it's good. Okie doke. Study break. Expel. Now I really do want to draw land. I'll just hit him for 2. This thing blocks there, this thing blocks there, this thing can then fight that next turn. I'm in trouble to another study break, I guess. This is a really close game. Depending on if they have removal. So they don't have heated debate, it looks like, maybe? Maybe they do. But that would have wrecked my mage duel if I'd gone for that, so. They're probably deciding whether or not a heated debate was worth 3+1+Os on this Stormkiln artist. Okay, that's a good start for me.
Anything that doesn't result in Beladros dying is really good for me. Oh. I wish they would get rid of some of those treasures.
But I guess that would mean they'd cast a massive spell, so maybe I don't want them to. Okay. So I now am confident they don't have a removal spell or they would have killed Beladros in a heartbeat. If they attack, I will chump. It's going to be really good. I'm not going to pay 10 life to cast the Leyline Invocation this turn. Because they have Shock in their deck. That'd be really bad. Okay. God's Willing gone. They've already cast one Expel. So I'm just going to go for the 2-turn clock here. Fuming Epic. Do they have 2 Thunderous Orders? They do. This is the game for all the marbles, folks. We qualify for day 2 or we don't based on this one. We have a lot of 3-drops. I kind of want to add another Leech Fanatic. But I kind of like the way the deck is configured already. We're going to YOLO it. We got this. Oh, we don't have enough black sources to add too many Leech Fanatics, really. We've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of their cards. Okay. Not the greatest draw. Certainly wishing this was a Leech Fanatic right now. Oh, that's brutal. This is tough. And they could still have God's Willing or something like that. Jeez Louise. I don't have time for those. They could have study break and I could cancel it out, which would be really good. I could eat Star Pupil maybe. They hit me for 6. I then trade with whatever they put the counter on. I go to 2. I probably Mage Hunter's Onslaught, whatever they put the counter on, honestly. Probably do that. Hope for the best. They have Shock. They have God's Willing. They have Make Your Mark. All of these massively punish me. But it looks like we live to fight another day here. Please, no. Did they save God's Willing? Oh, they couldn't use God's Willing because my guy's colorless. Oh. We're still alive. If we can jam Bookworm. Oh, good game, good game. Hard fought, hard fought. Oh. Just short. Wow, what a run. What a run indeed. Ironically, the one match that we needed to win the die roll most, probably, because they were the super aggro version, was the one where we lost the die roll. That was tough. If I had sideboarded another Leech Fanatic for a second Biblioplex Assistant, I could have had a much better shot in that one. Because I could have been gaining some life. That was wild. What a run, though. Start off 3-0. Close final match. Goes to all 3 games. And they just barely eked us out. I mean, the fact that they had the intro to Annihilation. I mean, if they hadn't had, like, Study Break, let's just say, like, that my kill spell works. If my kill spell works, they have, like, another creature, and then I just jam Bookworm. All of a sudden, that game looks very different. But yeah, that was close. Very close one. We're going to take one final look at the deck list. Did not qualify for day 2 on that run, unfortunately, but it was still a lot of fun. Really a noble effort, I must say, if I do say so myself. Really cool deck. Close matches. We played some really wild ones. We had that, even the very first game to the very last game. The very first game, we found lethal after that big Blade Historian turn. Really cool stuff. And I hope you all learned something about how to play sealed. If you want to see what I've been writing down this whole time, it's like what the cards my opponents have been playing are. So I can kind of know during the matches. So, and then I kept on the side like the lessons they had. So like knowing that my opponent had Necrotic Fumes was really important in that one match and things like that. So that's what I was keeping track of on this notepad that I've been using. It feels a little bit unfortunate not to make it to the day 2 on this run. The deck felt good, felt really close, but overall it was a lot of fun still. I don't know why the server is so slow, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. I do want to take one final look at the deck as I do these outro, but if you do make it all the way till the end of the video, in the comment section down below, let me know what you thought. I really do appreciate your feedback. Hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy the video. It does help more people find it. Also, check out the Twitch stream if you do want to catch me playing live. This was recorded just for YouTube, but I do stream on Twitch. You can find the Patreon if you want to support my work at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. That's always really appreciated as well. And you can access some pretty cool perks and bonuses. You can also join the free NicolaiBolas Discord server, check out my articles, things like that. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag so close, because we were very, very close. And but it was a lot of fun, so I'm glad we did this run. Looks like the server is going to be finicky. I'll just wait for it to come back, and I'll join you for one last time to look at the deck. So it looks like there's a glitch with MTG Arena that's stopping people from getting in, but I do have the deck. I took a picture of it that I was referencing through the matches, so I'll go through some of the cards that I was impressed by and ones that I didn't get super impressed by. Belladros Witherbloom, really good when it stuck around. It plus Snakeskin Veil was really good and key in that one match that we played. I think Belladros was a really nice feature of the deck. Bookworm was also great, and I think Leyline Invocation did a surprisingly good late game impression there. I think it was a 14-14 one time, which is just huge, so I really liked Leyline Invocation. Campus Guide absolutely did a lot of work. I felt like I wanted to play 17 lands because of all this ramp that I had, but at the same time I wanted to have enough mana to consistently hit my colors and stuff, and I kept multiple 2-land hands with a Campus Guide that felt way better than a lot of the other hands that I maybe could have kept. Other cards that performed, Field Trip was good. We had a pretty good board of cards. The Artifact Destruction was actually surprisingly relevant sometimes, killing those Zephyr Boots and things like that. Go Blank was pretty good. I liked having Expel. I think it was a good splash. Less certain about whether Vanishing Verse was a good splash. Sure, it did some good stuff sometimes, but the card did seem very hit or miss, and I sideboarded it out a lot. So maybe it's better as a sideboard card that you bring in later. Closing Statement was good. Harmonize, fantastic. I liked the Mage Hunter's Onslaught, especially with Belladros, to be a late game win condition. Colony was really good in our first match in particular. Also, I will say that I think I made the comment. I won the die roll in all the matches that it didn't matter as much in, but I do, thinking back on it, the first match where the opponent was super aggressive, it was very important to win the die roll. So I definitely think winning the die roll is always a good thing, pretty much. And there was a match where my opponent in game 2 put me on the play, so maybe it was less important in that one because they would have put me on the play anyway. But still, I don't want to give any bad vibes or anything. I definitely got plenty lucky this time around. And I did have some good luck when it was like my opponent jammed a Belladros and I top decked Mage Duel to kill it or something. Pretty good stuff that way. Cultivate was very good. I liked Pledge Mage. It grew up to be a 10-10 one game, which is wild. And I really have been liking Letter of Acceptance. I think it's just a fine card to play. You often want to splash in these decks, and Letter of Acceptance really does facilitate that well. So I feel like I've talked about most of the cards. Mage Duel, Professor Zumancy, obviously quite solid. Good removal across the board. And I liked having such a diverse lesson suite. So we got the Flyer a lot. We got the Artifact Destruction. We had a massive Fractal a couple times. So really good stuff there. Overall, I think the deck was really fun. As I said before, we didn't make it to day 2 based on this deck, but it was still a really fun time, and I think the deck was really cool. And we played some really close matches, so awesome stuff there. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing it, and I wish I could have shown this in Arena, but it looks like Arena's having a little bit of issues right now, so hopefully it's back up and running soon. But I hope you folks enjoyed the video. Remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you want to find more of my content. No pressure to subscribe if you don't want to find more of my content, but if you watch all the way to the end of the video, maybe you'd like to see future videos that I make. So yeah, you can also check out a bunch of Strixhaven drafts and guides and all that sort of stuff elsewhere on my channel. So that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.